food has just a grasp on me. I think I lean on food more than I did substances because when I eat food, I don't think about the substances.
Yo, obese, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a look at Ryan's journey from my 600-pound life. Let's best it. Ryan is himself. That is ridiculous and infuriating that people do let themselves reach that point. Like, you become entirely dependent and can't do even the basic things. And of course, we do see his mother, who is also his biggest enabler. Listen, she's the one making the food. At what point is she going to see that her son needs help? Watching these episodes also opened my eyes even wider to the obesity problem that we have here in the United States. Yes, we have fast foods at practically every corner, but they're not the reason why people are obese or morbidly obese. If you rape someone because you had urges that you could not control and the person just happened to be there, it is not the person's fault but yours for them being raped. You're the one who failed to control yourself and your urges. It is a dark example, but it is not different. Fast foods are businesses that you have no control over. You do or ever have control on yourself. Yes. And if that's flawed, then it is your responsibility to seek help. The main reason why we Americans are obese and morbidly obese is because we don't eat to live, but rather live to eat. It is that simple. We are gluttons. And this problem is not going to go away if we don't admit it to ourselves, instead of blaming whatever we can but ourselves. Nope. So shows like this one, I find them infuriating and disgusting for people letting themselves reach this point. And even more when those who claim to love them contribute to that behavior, their addiction. We Americans need to learn to say no. No to more food portions than we need. No to eating more and exercise less, if at all. No to obesity. I went on a little rant there and I don't apologize for it. This is a problem that we should have never had, and the mere fact that many don't see a problem with being is in itself a problem. It is disgusting and not healthy. Coming back to Ryan, he wants to be a firefighter. How? The guy shows no effort whatsoever. And how is he going to save anyone else when he can't even save himself? Firefighters are fit because they ran into danger to save others. This guy is kidding himself. This episode gave me a lot of questions too. Ryan does make a lot of excuses, but I wonder if he has the right assistance to lose weight on his own. When he talks about the food that he can have, he also says that he has to eat like a rabbit because the diet is so drastic that he can almost eat nothing. But it is not true. With education, you can make amazing meals and still stick within 1200 calories daily. And what his mother cooked for him, for instance, is a great example. By the way, I need to apologize to his mom and actually give her props because even though she seemed to be an enabler to him at the beginning of the episode, she actually is not. Nope. And Ryan fights her on that. Guys, I get it. Snow or cold in general can mess up your plans, but he does have room to exercise indoors, and at his size, he does not need to start with high-impact activities. Nope. He has a TV connected to the internet and a mobile phone also connected to the internet. A search on YouTube about weight loss exercises for obese or low-impact exercises, for instance, will return a lot of video results. He is just full of it and wants to do no effort whatsoever. He is a pure definition of what lazy is, I'm telling you. Ryan also has a bigger problem. He thinks he knows everything. His mother tries the best she can to help him, but he keeps returning to his old ways with cheat meals. Dude, you've had cheat meals all your life, which have gotten you to your size. Stick to your freaking diet and exercise plan, because if you knew what to do to lose weight, then you would not be on my 600-pound life TV show. This guy is so infuriating and very selfish. Oh, and by the way, his mother and her boyfriend caught him sneaking a cheat meal, which infuriated them. I will be infuriated too. At this size, traveling from Montana to Texas will put a lot of strain on Ryan's body, right? That is why Dr. Noah has had him check his weight at a clinic nearby and only travel to Houston if he has lost the weight that he was asked to lose. Now, he wants to move his mother, her boyfriend, and him to Houston, while at the same time not making efforts on his part. How selfish is that? When it comes time to pack, Ryan is frustrated that he could miss his appointment with Dr. Now because his mother and her boyfriend need more time to pack. Like, dude, you're asking them to move their entire lives from Montana to Texas for you, and you bitch that they need more time to do that? Everything is centered around him, and he is not even grateful for the help that his family is giving him.
Abandoned.
Your family's life do not revolve around you.
Nope.
Both his mother and Leroy, her boyfriend, have been so supportive.
Yes.
But he's been spitting on that help because, according to Ryan and in his mind, he knows best. So, obviously, he fell back into his old ways. The guy is so delusional, and as bad as it sounds, he does not deserve anyone bending to help him.
Nope.
People like him are the ones who put strain on the healthcare system.
Yes.
The guy is pure waste. And this is what it is to deal with an addict. You either force them into care against their will, or you let the addiction kill them. There is no in between. And at some point, you need to admit to yourself that you tried, and it is time to close that door. At this rate, I will not be surprised that Ryan makes the headlines as a former participant of the show who passed away at a young age. I do not wish that to happen, but it is a matter of time until it does. If Ryan keeps the way he is a ticking bomb, and ticking bombs do go off at some point. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like if you have not yet. See you soon, and remember to train mean.